Hey guys, it's Michelle of A Dream Life. I am here to educate you on narcissistic personality disorder and help you identify it because it's definitely in your life. And maybe you just don't know and you haven't been identifying it. One of the things that narcissists do to entrap you is be kind to you. They do things for you. They do things for you without you even asking for those things. They like to create systematic patterns of need within your brain, within your consciousness. They like to make you dependent on them, right? Sometimes you'll have a narcissist, like I had a narcissistic boyfriend who used to always buy me things, like just randomly. He'd meet me and he'd have like all these nice Ralph Lauren polo shirts, fold all nice and neat from the department store. And I'm like, wow. There was just something about him that was weird though. I didn't date him for long, but this is before I realized that I was only attracting narcissistic men. I was not attracting empaths, nor was I attracted to the empath. And there's a reason for that. It's because I grew up with difficult, hard to love back, narcissistic parents, okay? My father was hard to love. He was a psychopath, sociopath, narcissist. And my grandmother, who was his mother, who raised us while he was in and out of prison, was the exact same way. So I was conditioned not to feel worthy of love, but I didn't know this. I know I wanted love, though. And so what narcissists do is when they come into your life, they will give you everything that you want because they have this like psychic ability to know where you're lacking. They know what you need. They know what you want. Even if they don't have a psychic ability, they know by watching you, listening to you. They ask you a lot of questions. And so they will do everything that you want. Like I had one that would give me a wake up call every day at 5 a.m. Why does the narcissist do this? Because the narcissist is creating a need in you. The narcissist really needs you. The narcissist needs you for narcissistic supply. So this is that positive moment when the narcissist is using you for positive supply, making them feel validated, making them feel worthy. Because you're like, oh my goodness, thank you for waking me up. Wow, thank you for these shirts. How did you know I need these shirts? So this is making a narcissist feel valid. Because remember, the narcissist does not feel worthy or valid ever. Okay? And so what happens, how the empath gets tricked into this crazy cycle is because you start to believe that this person actually means well. And there's a lesson at the end of this video that I want you to carry with you and always remember, okay? So you get sucked into this thing, right? And you're really, now you start to need this phone call. Now you're looking for this person to give you these shirts. Now you're like, oh, no, he has it. He buys me all my work clothes, right? And then all of a sudden, when this pattern is created, when you're used to this, when you're dependent on this, when you're looking forward to this, when you're like, oh, wow, I got the best friend in the world, or I have the best girlfriend, boyfriend, parent, or whatever. When you're used to this, and that narcissist sees that dependency, this is what's so screwed up about them. When they see and acknowledge, like I said, they're psychic, evil psychics. When they see that you are comfortable, oh, no, they're not having that. They're going to pull that carpet up from under your feet. This is when the narcissist says, I'm sorry, I don't have it today. What's wrong with you? You act like I got to do these things for you. I didn't call because I was busy. This is when the narcissist breaks the consistency because the narcissist now wants you to beg. This person wants you to beg for their attention. They want you to plead for their likeness. They're pulling you out of your self-esteem and self-worth because when you know what you're worth, you know that you're worthy of these things. This would not be a surprise. When somebody comes at you this way, when they're giving you things before you ask for them or they're over-giving, beware. Be very careful because normal people don't do this. Normal people don't over-give. People with social and psychological and mental and personality disorders overgive because they're giving from a place of lack, a hole, a debt. And so they think that by giving to you, it makes them look better, seem better, appear better, and feel better. But at the same time, they're conning you. They're tricking you out of narcissistic supply because the day is going to come when they pull that rug up from under you and you're going to be like, wow, my dad was so nice last week and now he's not even speaking to me. Dad, what did I do? Let me clean up the house. Let me surprise my mom and cook something. No. This is what they want. This is what they want. Remember, you deserve consistency. When somebody suddenly stops and comes up with all kind of excuses and reasons why they stop, sometimes they'll even use self-pity. They'll tell you something that happened. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it. You need to pay attention. Your gut light needs to come on. You need to shine a light on that person in that situation, and you need to look for narcissistic patterns. You need to withdraw, pull back. Don't move towards it. Don't move forward. Don't start asking questions. Don't start being like, some whining, why aren't you treating me right anymore kind of person, because this is what they want. They thrive off of this. This is what makes them feel valid. This is when they say, got that ass. And it's horrible. It's terrible to exist in the world amongst people who are this way, but they are this way. They are this way. You'll tell this person, I'm not feeling well. I'm sick. I need your help. Can you please bring me a soup? And they won't. They may even tell you they're coming and they won't come because they like the idea that you're suffering. They want you to suffer more. This is what narcissistic people do. So if you meet someone and suddenly they're giving you everything, they're creating a pattern, be careful. And one of the quickest ways to know is how soon people do this, right? Because a healthy person who's being careful and vetting you and watching out just to make sure that you're the right kind of person for them, they're not going to be giving up. They're not going to be so loosely giving things up. They're going to be careful. People know that this can be a cruel world. So nobody's going to just put all their cards on the table to be hurt. The only kind of person who does that is a person who can't hurt. Not because of you. The narcissist is not hurting because of you. The narcissist is hurting because they've accepted this perpetual state of misery that they live in. And so they're only arriving in your life to pull you into it. And one of the best ways that they pull you into it is by setting you up on a schedule where they give you, and get you used to this, and get you needing this, and get you expecting and wanting and looking forward to them to get there. They become your all, your everything. They drown everybody else out. They put a bright light in your face and they stand in front of you and they're saying, I am it. And this is what makes them addictive. Because then you're like, where's this person? But I'm going to tell you, there is a person like that out there for you. But it will take time. This Prince Charming, this person that these major networks and television set us up for, these kind of people that they depicted as Prince Charming, as the all-in-one, the beautiful girl, these people are narcissists. These characters are narcissistic. Their behaviors are not realistic. Real healthy people are not going to come at you that hard. You are not blessed if you meet somebody and he's buying you a bunch of minks and diamonds and clothes. Trust me, I've dealt with the biggest drug dealers in my community when I was younger. The biggest mistake I've ever made. They purchased me everything, and believe me, I paid for it. Anything that a narcissist gives you, you are going to pay him or her back 25 times fold, 1,000 times fold. It's like a deal with the devil. I made deals with the devil unknowingly, and the reason I'm saved and the reason I'm alive and the reason God has let me through is because he know I did not do it knowingly. I was not prepared. I did not know that I was up against not just men and women, but principalities and spirits and evil people doing evil things just to drain me of my good energy. I didn't know, but now I know, and I'm wary, and I'm telling you, be wary of the gift giver. Be wary of the Santa Claus in your life. Be wary of the person that just wants to come in and do everything. Your little spidey senses need to go up because normal people don't do that. I'm going to say it one more time. That is the lesson. The lesson is that when someone comes in your life and they are just acting like a god to you, and you find yourself falling into this, this is a sign. This means that you need to stop. And you need to say, what hole is this person filling? What hole is this person filling in me? Why am I starting to actually depend on this and want this so early, so soon in the dynamic? I wish I'd known then. I almost died in narcissistic relationships with people who bought me, sold me, shifted me, broke my mind, broke my spirit, broke my heart. But how they got there was filling holes that I didn't realize that I could fill for myself. I could buy my own mink coats. I could make my own breakfast. If I was sick, I had other people that could cook for me or make things for me. The narcissist wants to get you dependent. This is where that addiction comes in at. And I am so grateful to be able to bring this news to you alive and kicking. My mother got killed at 28 by a narcissist. All her messages to me were from the dead, and it took me forever to hear her calls. Don't end up that person. They are very dangerous, and they come at you with this light, this satanic white light. But it will be, the sacrifice will be either your soul, your sanity, your wallet, your money, your home, your children. There are so many sacrifices, and I can't wait to get into them. November 10th, I am scheduled to release my short documentary telling you a little bit more about my life in a more descriptive way to let you know that I am you and you are me, and I am here to bring you a message. Love and light. If you like this video, please prove it by pressing like. I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your stories. I want to know about the narcissists in your life. Let me know who they are. Let me know what you're learning. Let me know what you've learned. Share that with me. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate you. If you haven't yet subscribed, I hope that you do. You can look at some of my pre-launch videos and see if you like them. Most of the time, I don't show my face. I prefer to make these like fantasy videos, but every now and then I'll pop up here and let you see me because I'm not afraid. I'm not here to expose anyone, but this is the truth. We're hurting out here, and we have to change this for the next generation. We have to know who this narcissist is, because the narcissist is destroying the creative empaths. Creative empaths are ordained to do great things, but if you're broken and you're beating and you're chasing someone who doesn't mean you well, you cannot live your purpose. That's what happened to me. Please click the bell notification so you'll know whenever my videos are produced and brought into the feed. And read the description to learn more about adreamlife.com and my live members group and the You Can't Hurt Me No More self-love kit for empaths who love too friggin' hard.